The world approaches total extinction. Zombie armies swarm the outskirts of the city, poised to destroy the last refuge on the planet. Alice and Albert stand united for the first time. What they don't know is that Albert is manipulating the battle behind the scenes. His true intention in saving Alice is to exploit her abilities to eliminate Umbrella Corporation's competitors and the zombie army. The T-virus injected into Alice is actually a mixture of drugs and serum. Every time Alice uses her powers, the serum suppresses the T-virus, making her abilities temporary. The battle at the White House does not appear in the sixth film. It is only briefly mentioned. The outcome is that Albert becomes the victor. He uses Alice's powers to wipe out the zombie army and Umbrella's rivals. Leon and Ada Wong die in the fight. Jill also becomes a victim of Albert's cruelty. Only Alice escapes alive. The aftermath leaves the White House in ruins. Alice emerges from hiding and searches for anything useful among the rubble. A mutated bat is still alive under the debris. Alice jumps into a car and starts the engine just in time. She reverses to dodge the attack and spins the vehicle in a full 360. The creature keeps chasing her and its tail pierces through the roof. Alice pushes the car forward and navigates through obstacles. The monster eventually crashes. She knows it will not stop. She drifts the car to face it head-on. After defeating the creature, Alice continues onward. When she reaches a basement, the Red Queen appears on a screen. The Red Queen tells her that only 4,472 people remain alive on Earth and that they will all die within 48 hours. She urges Alice to stop this from happening. Alice must go to the Hive in Raccoon City within the next 48 hours to retrieve Umbrella Corporation's latest antidote. The airborne antidote can eliminate the T-virus and all infected zombies. The Red Queen cannot act against Umbrella, so only Alice can complete the mission. Alice does not fully trust her, but this is humanity's last hope. Albert is also in the Hive and Alice must face him. Alice departs immediately. Not long after, her car hits a roadblock and is destroyed. She is forced to continue on foot. She finds a motorcycle under a pedestrian bridge. When she tries to mount it, the bike's defense system electrocutes her. She loses consciousness. When she wakes, she sees Dr. Isaacs. The Isaacs she defeated earlier was only a clone. The motorcycle was a trap. Alice is thrown out of an armored vehicle to lure the zombies. She seizes a chance, kills a guard, and climbs back inside. Isaacs realizes something is wrong and attacks her from outside. After a fierce fight, Alice defeats him. She opens the motorcycle compartment, cuts off Isaac's hand, disables the defense system, and escapes. Alice withstands heavy fire and distances herself from the vehicle, then heads toward Raccoon City. The massive crater left by the nuclear explosion is terrifying. When she reaches an old building, she falls into a trap set by survivors. Upon waking, she is nearly assaulted by them. Alice reacts quickly and overpowers them. Claire appears at the height of the tension. Claire had been captured by Umbrella after her ship was attacked. She escaped during transport and was eventually rescued by these survivors. There is no time for reunion. Isaacs is leading a zombie army into Raccoon City. After a brief discussion, they decide to use the building as a stronghold. They set all their traps. A massive zombie horde approaches. The fight is impossible to win, but they have the advantage of high ground and an abundant supply of fuel. When the zombies enter range, Alice orders them to throw flaming barrels of gasoline. One armored vehicle is destroyed instantly. Seeing the situation turning grim, Isaacs halts his troops and orders them to release a survivor to lure the zombies toward the building. Alice orders her team to stop firing and open the gate to save the survivor. Just as the person is about to reach safety, Isaacs orders his men to shoot. Alice tries to close the gate, but Isaacs fires rockets at it. The gate collapses and the people on the rooftop drop large stones. The zombies still break through and overwhelm their defenses. Isaacs aimed the rocket launcher at the rooftop. After a barrage of attacks, the survivor team suffered heavy casualties. The number of zombies below increased. Alice had prepared a backup plan. She opened all the gasoline barrels. Gasoline poured out. Without hesitation, Alice ignited it with a torch. The massive fire burned most of the zombies. Alice moved quickly. She grabbed the zipline and slid down toward Dr. Isaac's armored vehicle from above. Isaacs was caught off guard when Alice landed on the roof carrying a gasoline canister. She poured the gasoline into the vehicle, lit a fuse, and threw it inside. While Alice was fighting one of Isaac's men, another attacked her from behind. He was Isaac's best fighter. Alice could not overpower him. She was forced to pull out her gun. After entering the vehicle, Alice discovered that Isaacs had escaped. To draw the remaining zombies away, Alice tied the wounded henchman to the back of the armored vehicle so the zombies would chase him. Not long after, they realized 2 more zombie armies were approaching. They decided to head straight to the Hive. Only the antidote could stop the zombie forces. They had no idea that Albert was monitoring their every move. When they reached the site of the nuclear explosion, Albert ordered the release of the Cerberus dogs. Seeing the large number of Cerberus dogs, the group had no choice but to run. They lost 1 member. The rest managed to reach the entrance of the Hive. The Cerberus dogs suddenly stopped chasing them, indicating something even more terrifying was inside the Hive. Inside the Hive, they encountered another hologram of the Red Queen. She revealed the reason for betraying the Umbrella Corporation. Before the virus outbreak, Umbrella's executives held a secret meeting. Dr. Isaacs believed the world was heading for destruction because the human population kept growing while Earth's resources were limited. Human exploitation caused global warming, melting polar ice caps, natural disasters, and incurable diseases. Nuclear wars erupted as nations fought for resources. To change this, Dr. Isaacs proposed the Human Cleansing Plan. He wanted to use the T-virus to wipe out the human population on Earth. Umbrella's members would hide in the Hive sleep pods until the planet recovered. After that, they planned to take control of the world. The T-virus leak from the Hive was not an accident. It was part of the plan. This plan violated the Red Queen's protocol to protect human life. But the Red Queen could not harm Umbrella employees. She could not stop Isaacs. Alice could. They had only 37 minutes before the last human stronghold fell. Time was running out. Before the mission began, the Red Queen whispered through Alice's earpiece that there was an Umbrella mole among them. To avoid suspicion, Alice kept it to herself. The group moved deeper into the Hive. As they passed through a large ventilation shaft, a giant fan behind them suddenly activated. One misstep could pull them in. One woman could not hold on and was instantly shredded by the fan. The fan stopped shortly afterward. They reached a glowing corridor. A mechanism was triggered and Alice fell into a dark chamber. The room was filled with human corpses and terrifying creatures roaming around. Another member fell in. The creature killed him within seconds. Alice saw this and grabbed her twin pistols. She fired until the monster was destroyed. In her shock, Doc, Claire's boyfriend, appeared behind her. They entered the classic laser corridor. With the holographic map from the Red Queen, Alice found the entrance to the deepest area of the Hive. She did not realize that beneath it was Umbrella's human hibernation chamber. There were thousands of pods. It looked like a Resident Evil version of a massive ark. On Albert's side, he saw that Alice had moved deep into the base. He opened one of the pods early. Dr. Isaacs emerged from it. The Isaacs who previously met Alice had been a clone who did not know he was a clone. The clone continued to drive the zombie army toward the Hive. Meanwhile, Alice and Doc passed through a flooded tunnel and finally reached the innermost room where the real Dr. Isaacs was waiting. Dr. Isaacs pulls out the only vial of the world-saving serum and threatens Alice not to make a reckless move. Alice lowers all her weapons, but behind her, Doc already has a gun aimed at her. Doc turns out to be a mole. At the same time, Albert captures Claire. When Alice sees the objects on the table, she starts imagining different ways to take Dr. Isaacs down. But Dr. Isaacs has predicted everything. With a combat chip implanted in his brain, he has simulated many scenarios and he always wins against Alice's attacks. Alice abandons her plan. At that moment, Dr. Isaacs reveals a painful truth. Alice is also a clone. She is shaken by the revelation. She refuses to believe she is only a clone. Then an elderly woman appears and Alice is forced to accept the truth. The woman is the original Alice. In the past, the real Alice suffered from progeria as a child. The disease made her age rapidly, and at only a few years old she looked like she was 90. To save her, her father, Dr. James, launched a massive research project and eventually created the T-virus. The virus repaired human cells. It did more than cure progeria. It could cure almost every lethal disease. But when a young boy was given the T-virus, he suffered side effects and turned into a bloodthirsty zombie. He became the first zombie in history. After learning this, Dr. James wanted to stop all use and research of the T-virus. But his colleague, Dr. Isaacs, refused and ordered Albert to kill Dr. James brutally. After that, Dr. Isaacs became Alice's guardian and gained control of most of the company's shares. To make it easier to control Umbrella Corporation, Dr. Isaacs created a powerful artificial intelligence shaped like young Alice. This was the Red Queen. Using Alice's genes, he also created Alice's clones. Even with the truth in front of her, Alice struggled to accept it. But when the Red Queen appeared through a hologram and showed recordings from Alice's childhood, she could not deny it anymore. This is why Alice has no childhood memories. Clones never have childhoods. In her old age, the original Alice had uploaded a secret recording of a board meeting into the Red Queen's database to save humanity. The Red Queen, determined to prevent human extinction, then searched for Alice. Dr. Isaacs feels confident that 3 women will not change the outcome. The elderly Alice still holds 50% of the company's shares, although she cannot do anything to stop Dr. Isaacs. But she easily fires Albert from Umbrella Corporation. Since Albert is no longer part of Umbrella, the Red Queen eliminates him. No one expects that the seemingly unbeatable Albert dies crushed by a steel door. Doc plans to shoot Alice, but he realizes his gun has no bullets. Alice has already seen through his lies and disabled the gun beforehand. After Alice captures him, Doc is executed by his own lover, Claire. Meanwhile, Dr. Isaacs uses the chaos to escape. Alice and Claire chase him. When they reach the hibernation chamber, Dr. Isaacs takes control of the security system to stop the Red Queen's interference. Alice and Claire follow him, but Dr. Isaacs stays calm and uses his combat chip to dodge bullets with ease. A fierce fight breaks out. They battle from the hibernation room to the central system's chamber. Even though Alice and Claire take turns fighting, they still lose. Dr. Isaacs lands a powerful blow that knocks Claire unconscious and kicks Alice into the laser corridor. Dr. Isaacs activates the laser weapon, but Alice is agile enough to avoid the beams many times. Dr. Isaacs jumps into the corridor and begins close combat with her. After several rounds, Alice runs out of strength and loses a finger to the laser. But in the middle of the fight, she secretly attaches a grenade to Dr. Isaacs's bag. When he notices something is wrong, the grenade explodes and disables him. Alice takes the chance to grab the T-virus serum and rushes out. With little time left, Alice rides the lift to the surface. Just as she is about to release the serum, Dr. Isaacs appears and grabs her. His speed is incredible. At that moment, a clone of Dr. Isaacs arrives with a zombie squad. Seeing someone with his exact face, the clone is overwhelmed. He refuses to accept that he is only a clone. When Dr. Isaacs lets his guard down, the clone kills him. In the chaos, the zombies swarm and kill the clone. Alice quickly retrieves the fallen serum and releases it before the zombies reach her. The effect is overwhelming. Thousands of zombies die instantly. Alice collapses because the T-virus in her body is destroyed. But she does not die because the serum only destroys the T-virus, not her healthy cells. Zombies are different. They are already undead. The serum spreads only through the air. It will take several years before every zombie on Earth is completely wiped out. This movie shows that power can twist the truth and destroy trust. You learn that identity comes from your choices, not your origin. You realize that courage can push you forward even when everything falls apart. You understand that sacrifice is sometimes the only way to save others. You see that humanity survives when people choose to protect each other.